Hello there. It's James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Johnny Test, Fred Flintstone, and one of my personal favorites, Leonardo. And you are listening to Epic Tales from the Sewer. It's totally awesome. Turtle power. Go, go, go.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Welcome to the Epic Tales from the Sewers podcast. Grab yourself a slice, strap into the party wagon, and hang on tight. Give it up for your hosts, the Cowabunga Combo, Justin and Eric.
IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Micro-series 6, Hun. Written by Mike Costa and Ben Epstein. Art by Mike Henderson. Colors by Ian Hearing. Letters by Sean Lee. Editor Bobby Curnow. We start out with what looks like a therapy group. There's a hulking man wearing a purple ball cap, some blue jeans, and a sweatshirt. I guess I done some bad things, but I'm not a bad guy, I just have demons, you know? Anyway, I'm Arnold, and I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Arnold, says the group as they all look onto him. He's drinking some coffee. I guess it goes back to when I was a kid. For a while there, I was pretty wild. They show him getting a tattoo on his back. But then I met a girl, got married. She straightened him out. We show Casey's mom, showing him as he's shaving his head, which was dyed blonde. It grows back, I promise, she says, giving him a kiss. Even had a kid, a boy. Things were good, shows young Casey, getting his first hockey mask as they sit and have dinner at a diner. Till they weren't, till my wife got sick. It hit me hard, so I started hitting the bottle even harder, and I lost my job. And shows him in the hotel room, or in the hospital room, while she's just sick, and Casey, young Casey, in the doorway looking on at them. Wasn't an easy time for me and the boy. We had some disagreements. She shows him punching Casey out. Last month I hit bottom, and I knew I had to turn it around. See, my boy landed himself in the hospital. I still don't know how, but he was hurt bad. This is Casey after he was stabbed by the shredder. We see in the room Angel and April are in there, in his hospital room. He's outside, afraid to go in. And how was I supposed to be strong for him? But I couldn't even be strong for myself. He stands outside the Scar Bray bar. Hey, Arnie, Angel told me about your boy. Come in and let me get you a drink. So, you figure who sliced him up? Nah. Kids today got no respect. Back in the day, no one would have messed with one of yours. No one would have messed with Hun, he says, looking at a picture of him. Yeah, long time ago. Yeah. Arnold, Attila the Hun. We were bad news, and now my daughter's undoing all that. Oh yeah? I mean, on the one hand, I'm proud of her, doing better than her old man, but at the same time, he takes a drink, purple dragons ain't what they were. It's weird, being so conflicted, she says. Arnold, kind of holding on to the shot, doesn't take it. Sorry, Brooklyn, I ain't thirsty. Took everything I had to get out of there and not take that drink. It was like we always say, old friends can be the most dangerous people to hang out with. But you gotta watch out for new friends, too. As we see Arnold walking, and then Dark Leonardo behind him. You need to come with me. You're one of those freaks that got my kid knifed up. Now, without the booze in me, I was a pretty reasonable guy. But some creeps, they just push your buttons. As he holds his elbow to him, as Leo elbows him in the back of the throat. I didn't knife him up, but You may not be as lucky if you don't do as I say. Still, even though he was a jerk, I decided to hear him out. Damn abomination, as he's on the ground after being elbowed in the larynx. Stay down, old man. Let's not pretend you have any fight left in you. She's about to stomp him in the head. And to think you used to be Hun. Hun. Huh? What's that? He wakes up. The light shines on him, tied up, beaten. The Shredder and Dark Leonardo look on at him. Huh? What's that? Who the hell are you? Someone who is about to change your life. I heard about your son, sliced through the gut like a fish. Don't talk about your son. As Leo holds a blade up to his... As Dark Leo convinces him to be quiet by putting a blade on his shoulder. How will you provide him the medical care? With what money? And when he recovers and leaves the hospital, what then? The people who harmed him are still out there. And how can you protect him? How can you be a true father, knowing all the while that Shredder was the one who did this? You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know anything about me, he says. But I do. A leader must know his enemies and his allies as well. Look up from the bottom of your bottle and you'll see the city is in chaos. Gangs like your purple dragons are unfocused, their leadership divided. But once you ran that gang, you kept them in line. I want you to do that. Reclaim your manhood, your honor. Be an example for your son. Become Hun again. No, I can't. I'm not that guy anymore. No, but you could be. As he shows him in 2 canisters of green glowing ooze, the mutagen, he pulls out from a briefcase. I'll bet that's the crap that turned him into that, ain't it? I ain't turning into a freak like him and his freak family, says looking on at Dark Leonardo. They're not my family, says Leonardo back. It transformed you. Him it transformed. You it will simply enhance. Imagine being at your peak once again, your body fast and strong, your mind sharp and unclouded like you were, better than before. What's the catch? What do I have to do for it? He says, looking up at him, interested. Leonardo cuts the bonds whoosh, with his sword. Nothing you haven't been yearning to do. Put your house in order. Reassume control of the dragons. Make them fierce again. And remember who you're working for. As he hands him the mutagen. Yeah, I can do that. When you take responsibility for your actions and surrender to a higher power, that higher power has a way of rewarding you. And just like that, I got a job. As he says, we see behind him his hair is blonde again. And that was a big opportunity, and there was no way I was going to let myself blow it before. So before I got back to work, I started getting ready. I got back in shape. We show him injecting the mutagen. Hair blonde again, looking somewhat larger than he was. I got myself spruced up. Hey, you gotta look the part, right? And then, there it was, my first day on the job. Who knew if I still had it in me? My hands were clammy. My brow was sweating. We show some of the purple dragons and Angel there. Now's when we make our move, Angel. The Savate won't see us coming. No, you're not getting into a gang war. That's not who the dragons are anymore. Well, let's put this to a vote. I'm in charge as she smacks him. There is no vote. Oh, I agree. There ain't no voting in the Purple Dragons. Who the hell? But that part about you being in charge, I don't see it that way. A beefed up Hun standing there with his jeans, a white t-shirt, and a vest that has Purple Dragons on the back, looks at her. See, this was the first day back at work, and I had to look like I knew what I was doing. You rob a steroid shop, Arnold? I'll bite, old man. If I'm not in charge, who is? Oh, I've got some ideas. 'Cause maybe I could talk the talk. I bet you do, she says. Boys, I think our friend here rolled out of bed and still thought he was 25 years ago. Get him out of here, as they all kind of look at him. But could I still walk the walk? Well, let me tell you guys. Turns out I could walk just fine, as he beats up everyone in the Purple Dragons that attacked him, and then finally takes his large meat hook hand and grabs around Angel's neck. Your old man and I go back a long ways, and you're Casey's friend. Better they don't hear about our disagreement. You sign off on this or I'll twist your head off your shoulders. You got me? Yeah, I got you, she says. Good girl. Now, as for the rest of you, you guys figure out who the leader is yet? As he says to the now unconscious minions that are on the ground, ousting Angel and taking control. I'm telling you guys, it was amazing. First day on the job and I was already in a management position. Doors were opening for me, as it shows him kicking in the doors to a Savate deal that's going on. Turns out my job brought me back in touch with some old colleagues. These were the guys that were shaking him down. And just like it says in step 8, I made amends. It shows him choking the life out of the one bookie that was trying to get the money out of him. My boss was thrilled with me. Felt great to have a purpose again, as he throws 2 duffel bags of money down at the shredder. And that gave me the strength to see my boy. As he wears sort of a purple pinstripe suit, he has a blue and orange wrapped present bringing to see his son. How you doing, Case? Been in too many hospital rooms, haven't we? Yeah, we have, he says. Hey, so listen, I wanted to let you know, I quit drinking and I got a job, he says. Been hitting the gym too. Still bulk up pretty good, huh? He says. You traded the sauce for juice, huh? So, gotcha. So I know we got our history, but I'm gonna take care of you now. Gonna be strong for you. I think that'd make your mom happy. It'll be different, Case. I'm different. I know I gotta prove it to you, but I will. Anyway, gotta get back to work. When you're up and on your feet, we can talk about maybe you coming on board with me. No stopping the Jones boys, right? As he leaves the present. The present, as he unwraps it, is another Casey Jones hockey mask. Me and my kid, we got ways to go, but I think we're gonna get there. As he leaves the hospital. I ain't saying I don't think about having a drink now and then, but then when I think about my job and how good I am at it, that's what I love more. I love it. And I think about my boy being a good dad to him, and I think, well, hell, as he smacks the teeth out of a Savate ninja. Maybe I'll have a soda instead. So this is my 1-month chip, and I'm proud to have it, he says. As he looks on, everybody gives him a standing ovation. One day at a time. And that's the end of the IDW Micro-series, Hun. IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 26. Story by Kevin Eastman, Bobby Curnow, and Tom Waltz. Script by Tom Waltz. Art by Mateus Santaluco, with Charles Paul Wilson III. Colors by Rhonda Pattinson, and letters by Sean Lee. It starts Chapter 2. We start off in a garden. It looks like Leonardo, who is maskless, is walking with his mother in a dream world. They look like they're in feudal Japan together. I love this garden, a delight to the eyes and to the nose, is it not? I suppose. Please tell me, my son. What troubles you? I'm sorry, Mother. I don't mean to be so gloomy. It's just that I feel so empty right now. Empty and lonely. Like I've lost something really important. Something from deep inside my heart that I'll never get back again. And it feels like it's gone forever. I don't even know what it is. Oh, my beautiful child, even as my oldest, you are far too young to bear such a heavy burden. I blame myself for leaving you too soon. No, Mother, don't say that. What's happened isn't your fault. No, perhaps not. In truth, the responsibility for all the sadness belongs to another. Who, Mother? Tell me, please. My child, when you find that which you have lost, you will also find the answer to that question. Here, take this, a gift from your mother, a reminder of my eternal love for you. I know you are lonely and confused, child, but remember, you are not forgotten, and you are never alone. We see in lotus position, sitting there with his legs crossed in meditation with a tear coming down, Leonardo, with his arm wraps and leg wraps, in his Dark Leonardo garb. It says in the back, City Fall, Part 5. Now, out to the street, we see 2 people running out of Marcelo's liquor store, trying to rob it, both with guns.
Next time yous go that slow, we ain't gonna be so understanding.
Forget him, man. We got the cash. Not for long. With a whack, gets hit right in the face with a stick. What the hell? I got another one where that came from, punk. My arm's nice and warmed up now, says Angel.
Yeah, well, I ain't scared of a little toothpick girl. You know you can throw faster than I can shoot?
And all of a sudden, throwing stars go into his arms.
I can. And here's another nifty trick I know.
As he kicks him upside the face, Raphael in his ball cap and trench coat, taking out the guy.
Angel, you got time to talk?
I do now. Thanks for the assist, says Angel.
No biggie. Why ain't the other purple dragons with you?
The purple dragons are dealing with some, funny business right now. What you might call a family squabble. See the Hun Micro-series.
That seems to be going around these days. Must be something in the water, he says.
Whatever it is, it sucks. I'm telling you, Raph, nobody would have tried to jack that liquor store in broad daylight before. Things are changing, and not for the better.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I just want to be sure that my family can count on the dragons to have our back. 'Cause, with Leo gone and Casey hurt, we can use all the help that we can get,
Yeah, I know, but since things ain't the dragons ain't exactly what you'd call copacetic right now, I can't guarantee the others will help you guys. But I got your backs, no matter what, as they shake hands.
Thanks, Angel. That means a lot. Really. Okay, I'm out of here. Gotta make one more stop before I go home for dinner.
As we see Woody with 3 Rupert's pizzas.
You got a license to drive that boat?
Mikester! Wow, I didn't expect to see you.
Sorry for bothering you, Woody, but I was hoping maybe you might be able to help me. My brother Leo's in some trouble and...
Wait, Mikester. Before you say anything else, there's something I gotta get off my chest. When that Slash monster attacked me, I totally freaked. First, my brain bailed on me, then I bailed on you, bro. But since I've been thinking a lot about things, and I realized I've been a real crappy friend, Mikester. And the worst, though, I don't deserve it. I hope you can forgive me.
Are you kidding? All that stuff with Slash was spooky. But that's old news as far as I'm concerned, man. Like my bro Raph always says, crap happens.
Yeah, I guess it does. So, still pals?
You know it, dude.
As they shake hands too. Great. Here's my peace offering, or should I say pizza offering. There's no antipasta like your old man digs, but I can whip one up real quick, no problemo.
Nah, that's cool. Father probably won't be eating with us anyways. He's been kind of busy lately. We all have.
'Cause of the trouble you mentioned with Leo? What's up?
The stupid foot and jerkwad shredder took him and they got him all messed up, fighting against us and everything. Me and my brothers are trying to get him back, asking everyone we know if they've heard anything about it. It's a long shot, but we gotta do something.
I actually did hear something about the foot from some creepy dudes I delivered pizza to earlier. They were talking about a street war brewing. Crazy stuff like that.
Seriously? What else they say?
Honestly, I didn't stick around. But let's just say that there's some places I don't like to deliver these days.
Really? What kind of places?
As we see, it looks like a warehouse, and April's van's outside. Donatello in his trench coat and hat guide. So, Donnie, this is your friend's lab? Well, this is the address Harold gave me. Looks more like something straight out of a survival horror video game, if you ask me.
Go away.
Harold, it's Donnie. You invited me over, remember?
Yeah, I remember inviting you over. Nobody else. I don't like people, Donatello. I told you that.
But it's really important to talk to you. April's cool.
Meh. I said go away.
Hey, Harold, Donnie's told me a lot about your work and your metamaterials and invisibility cloaking. Really fascinating stuff.
You know about transformation optics?
Just a little bit, but I'm always ready to learn more. April says. They both look at each other, Donatello kind of stunned by that. Whoa, nice going, April. Yeah, just a little trick of the light, my friend. Oh, hardy har har. Harold opens the shutter and lets them in. They can see that he's busy working on something at his table with some goggles on. Looks like he's got a soldering iron. You can see also in the background, it looks like an old car that he's been working on. Thanks for seeing us, Harold. I really appreciate it.
Meh, what's so blasted important anyway? I'm busy.
Like I told you in our e-chat, my family's run into some trouble with a seriously bad guy.
Stockman?
Worse, and I'm trying to find some kind of tech advantage. I know you've been upgrading your anti-grav gauntlets and light refraction devices, and I thought, well,
Wow, these are some crazy gadgets. And you thought I'd help you outright? Even though your personal problems have less than zero to do with me.
Yeah, something like that.
How obtruse.
I think you mean Trust me, April, let it go.
Well, for your information, I have been doing upgrades, adding external power sources, increasing battery life, streamlining the design, tweaks like that, but none of them has been beta tested. Zilch. So for the sake of argument, if I did let you borrow any of my gear, and I'm not saying I will, that'd be 100% at your own risk. Anyone gets blown to smithereens, it's their own damn fault, not mine. You hear?
Loud and clear. Now we go to the top of a building. Looks like there's 2 Black Hawk helicopters who are coming in. This looks like the meeting of the Savate with Victor, who is there talking to his troops. And so it comes to this, my friends. We have crushed all of our enemies save one, but now we must move to annihilate them as well. We will do this along the city, belongs to the Savate.
You know we will follow you down whatever path you choose, Victor. When do you wish to strike against the foot?
Very soon, Pierre. When the cretins least expect it, I promise you, he says, brandishing a throwing knife. They will never see it coming, as they don't notice the 2 Black Hawk helicopters coming towards them in a dark window. All of a sudden, with a crash, we see Dark Leonardo and the Shredder and foot soldiers crashing through the door. The foot! Kill them! Pierre and Victor fight valiantly. Victor throws that very throwing knife into one of the foot soldiers, knocking them back. Dark Leonardo takes out another one as Shredder swipes at 2 at the same time, incapacitating them. Karai, we've infiltrated the command center. Stand by until I give the order to attack. Understood. Foot, with me, Alopex says to Karai. But Karai, Leonardo ordered us to wait for. Less talking, Alopex. More fighting. As they attack the Sabate on the ground floor. We see simultaneously as they're going and cutting a swath through them. On the bottom floor, Alopex and Karai with foot soldiers. On the top floor, the executive lounge, we see the Shredder taking out most of the Sabate by himself alongside Dark Leonardo. Master, Victor is running, says Leonardo.
Give chase, Leonardo. Teach the craven fool. There is nowhere he can hide.
Next to the top of a hill, we see Slash, Old Hob, and Splinter looking onto a lab. Looks like Stockgen.
So here it is, the little favor I need done at Stockgen. I want a mutant army. I need mutagen, and we both know there's plenty of it inside this hellhole. Thing is, they ain't exactly giving it away. So I figure if I'm ever gonna get any, I gotta take it. And who better to do it for me than the little lab rat that they used to have run of the place, right? You sneak in and grab a bunch of the green stuff for me and sneak out. Easy peasy. Once I get my mutagen, then we'll be square. Then we can start working on that little missing turtle problem of yours.
And rescuing Leonardo is the only reason I am agreeing to this. Do not forget that fact. You spoke earlier of a good faith mission, Old Hob, when in truth there is absolutely nothing good about any of this.
Yeah, well, you say potato rat.
As Splinter goes away towards his job, and he can see Slash is now talking to Old Hob.
Okay, he's gone. You ready, big boy?
Ready.
As we could see that they've upgraded security, there's lasers on the wall. Splinter bounces from side to side, and we can see as he gets through unhinged without getting hit by the lasers. Then he sneaks past one of the security guards into the room where he sees the mutagen. Back to Dark Leonardo, who has found Victor and cornered him in a room.
You won't take me, mutant. Only death will decide this.
Leonardo throws a smoke bomb at him and says, "Count on it." Victor produces 2 pistols as he tries to shoot at him amidst the smoke. "Filthy abomination, where are you hiding?" "Here." "What?" As he comes up from the side, knocks the guns out of his hands, grabs them. Victor, quick with the knife, pulls it out of his pouch. "You'll pay for that." "We'll see." Shink, as he unsheaths his 2 shredder blades from the side of his hand. As they face each other, knife to blades. With a slash, Leonardo slashes at Victor. Victor upends him with a sweep to the feet, when Leonardo from the back of his shell kicks from the bottom with an upkick that takes out Victor's knife, then slips back onto his feet. Impressive. And just getting started as they fight. Now, the kick blocked by Leonardo with an elbow that hits the liver of Victor, that followed by a cross punch that knocks him unconscious. "Then allow me to finish this." Oof!
No, allow me. Chunin, stay your hand, as he raises the killing blow. Shredder comes into the door. It's over. We have won. But Master, if we've won, why let him live? We've won the battle, yes, but the war is not yet ours. For this reason, I have other plans for Victor. Victor reaches for a gun that was thrown onto the floor while they're not paying attention as he comes to consciousness. Plans that require he remain alive for now. Then that will be your last mistake, as he points the pistol at Shredder and he misses with a move, Leonardo. Pushes him out of the way and with a slash, takes out the hand of Victor with a yeah! Coward's weapon. Bind his wounds so that he does not bleed out. He will depart this life soon enough. My hand! Shredder has sliced off Victor's hand but yet leaves him alive. 2 foot soldiers come in and grab him. Back to Master Splinter at Stockton, who now has the mutagen as he's running away. Freeze, says that same security guard. Don't even move a millimeter, or I kid you not, I will decorate this hallway with your guts. I thought I heard something scuttling around in here earlier. Figures this damn creepy place is be a giant rat. What? Splinter throws the mutagen in the air, grabs him by the rifle, smacks him with the butt of the rifle, knocking him unconscious, and then drops the rifle down, catching it that quickly. Please forgive me. I did not wish for this to happen. Back to Raphael, who's now climbing in Casey's hospital window. So you gonna mope in that window all night, or you gonna come in already? I thought you were sleeping. How'd you know I was there? Turtle BO was pretty distinctive. When's the last time you had a shower, bro? Casey says to Raph. Gotta say, with all I'm hearing about Leo, I'm surprised to see you here. Yeah, I've been pretty busy, but I wanted to stop by and to tell you I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for getting you hurt and all the bad stuff that's happened. If I could change places with you, I'd do it in a second. I swear I would. Dude, you need to can it with that crap. Last I checked, it was a Shredder who gutted me, not you. But you saved my butt, is what you did. Not me, my brothers. I got all berserk and out of control when you got stabbed. And seriously, cracked some foot's skull, too, from what I hear. So, I don't know why you're getting all mushy on me for. Thanks, Case. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to think. We're family. We got each other's backs, no matter what. That's what Leo always says. Or said. We're all trying to figure out how to get him back. Mikey's out talking to anyone in the street who might have known something, and Donnie's trying to hook us up with some high-tech gear for who knows what. Hell, I even talked to Angel today, hoping that she could help us. She promised to do her best. Ain't surprised. Angel's good people. And Splinter, how's he holding up? Yeah, father. I'm really worried about him. Up on the hill, we see the truck that Hob came in. Here is your mutagen, Old Hob. Damn, that was quick. I need to have you do more favors for me more often. No, my errand is complete. There will be no more favors, only you delivering on the promise you made me. I will be calling on you soon, Old Hob, and I firmly recommend that you respond promptly when the time comes. Did you finish? He says to Slash. Yes, finished. Good, then I guess we're done here, as he throws out his cigar. No more pain. Nope, big guy, no more pain. With a click from a detonator, we hear a beep, 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 beep. And we see bombs, looks like C4 bombs that are in stock gen, and they're all armed, and they say ready to go, with a huge boom explosion. As they drive away, Slash in the back of the car as Hob is driving the truck back. Now, back to the Savate headquarters. We have destroyed the enemy. Where is my grandfather? Karai, I did not expect. Answer my question, imbecile, Karai says to one of the foot soldiers as he bends down. The master is in the next room with his Chunin. The Savate have fallen, and so too will the city. It is only a matter of time. As they take Victor away. My hand! Look out there. All that you can see will belong to us very soon, and this is only the beginning, says Shredder as he puts his arm on Leonardo. Yes, it is, says Karai. And that's the end of issue 26.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Micro-series, Bebop and Rocksteady. Story by Ben Bates and Dustin Weaver. Script by Dustin Weaver. Art by Ben Bates. Letters by Sean Lee. We start out mid-action with Bebop getting punched right in the face with a punch! And we see Rocksteady getting a knee right into the midsection by it looks like a gang member. You can't do this to her! Oof! It was an accident! As he hits the ground.
Now stay down. You're out of the gang. You guys are lucky I'm letting you off easy. Oh, and just a suggestion. Start by losing those stupid gang names.
Their music styles. Don't anybody care about music?
He only listens to Top 40, Bebop. He ain't taking us back.
Great. This is just great. Now what do we do?
Head home, I guess.
We see what looks like Bebop and Rocksteady as humans. Bebop is darker skinned with his glasses, yellow glasses. He's got a nose ring, piercings all over his face, a leather jacket, red shirt, matching leather boots, and black pants with a purple mohawk. And it looks like camo pants on Rocksteady, who has blonde hair, 2 black eyes, and he's just wearing kind of a blue jacket with a gray shirt. We got nothing. No gang, no power. We ain't even got no freaking food. As they smash up this apartment, which absolutely looks terrible. Holes in the wall, stuff everywhere.
Hey, it's cool. What do you say we go score some cash? Maybe we'll stick up some chump or jack that cash machine like we was taking a... Smash!
Bebop punches the wall.
No, I'm sick of this. We gotta find some way of getting out of this hole we're in. We can't screw up no more. We'll find another gang, and then we do better. We'll do better. We'll be smart from now on. Let's get the new Rocksteady and Bebop.
They head into a bar to try to find some information, so it looks like they're listening to somebody talk.
Me and a group of guys work for a guy who works for another guy who works for the Foot Clan. Ever hear of it? Of course you haven't, because they're the best, man. Totally stealth. But we're taking over everything. And the guy running the whole thing? I've never seen him. Nobody has. But from what I hear, he's a super bad dude.
As they're smiling, listen to this as they drink their beers.
You might have heard of him. He's called the Shredder. Man, if you guys are looking for work, on the next job I'll bring you along.
Then we see, as they're sitting here in a room with a whole bunch of other tough-looking people, Karai comes in with Alopex and says,
I'm only looking for the bravest and strongest among you. Volunteers. This special unit will be taking a quantum leap in status. If you are content on the bottom of the Foot Clan, content with being inferior, then continue to waste your life. But if you want more for yourself, then join me, and those who prove themselves worthy will one day become the ultimate foot soldiers. I can offer you a chance to become mutants.
Alopex removes her cowl. We see now, looks like they were trying to train.
But we want to go bigger. We want the next fight to be freak against freak. Yeah, when do we get the chance to change already?
Says Bebop and Rocksteady, not fazed at all by the appearance of Alopex.
I only need 2 of you, so we will conduct one final test to determine who will move forward. Last one standing stay.
A fracas begins. Man versus man, woman versus woman. They're all attacking each other until in the end, we see now, shirtless, Rocksteady stands there, covered with blood of his fallen foes, next to Bebop, who looks absolutely excited.
We did it, Rocksteady! You know what this means?
As they start looking at each other, they've won. They've defeated the entire room of all the other baddies. Now, looking at who that they're going to mutate into, they take a look.
I want to be a dinosaur! I wonder what they got!
Yeah, nice choppers.
Rhinoceros, got it!
So he clicks on the rhinoceros. Now, we get a scene to the end of issue 24 when they're being mutated. They're strapped down to tables in immense pain, and you hear Rocksteady say,
Rock and roll!
Karai says,
Your meaningless lives end today, and so you will be reborn as mutants.
And it says, Bebop and Rocksteady. We see now, into the warthog, Bebop has been transformed. And even bigger than him, Rocksteady, wearing their original army helmets and t-shirts and spiked gauntlets, all kinds of stuff. So they look just like they did from the cartoon.
Your 2 weeks of training are complete. Are you ready?
Ready to meet the Shredder?
Not yet. Tonight you will come with me on a job, a little field test, and you will try you out in an uncontrolled environment, says Karai. As human, you serve the Foot well enough, but the stakes are higher now.
As they look on, It's clear that they're not really smart and that they don't really understand. Now, in a large truck as they're going towards their next place, the only way you could transport these two because they're huge.
I'll be meeting with Zhang Fei Tong, boss of the Ghost Boys, a triad gang in Chinatown. You two are there to accompany me. Your presence will make apparent the might of the Foot Clan.
The might of the Foot Clan? I like that. This Zhang guy, you want we should rough him up a little? Let him know who's boss around here?
Says Rocksteady.
You will do no such thing. The Shredder has other plans for Zhang and the Ghost Boys. You're expected only to stand there. Not every job is one of violence. There will be time for that later.
There's a somewhat lone and nervous-looking foot soldier in the truck with them.
Can you believe this? We made it, man,
says Rocksteady.
Yeah, we're in the best gang ever, the Foot Clan.
They're so excited.
And we're super kick-ass mutants,
says Rocksteady.
Look at me. Are you gonna mess with a guy who looks like this? I don't think so. I got a horn on my nose. How great is that? And Rocksteady, we work for the Shredder now. He's taken over all of New York. He's like the king of New York. That makes us like the Dukes of New York. Yeah, I bet the Shredder is the coolest. Hey, do you think the Shredder would dig it if I wore turtle shells as shoulder pads? He does have a problem with turtles.
We see that the foot soldier is now sweating, really nervous as they start laughing.
I bet the guy would love it. Dude, he's gonna love us. We're gonna be best friends. Smack!
The foot soldier smacks Rocksteady across the face as they both cower as he says,
The master is no one's friend!
Now, into the job at hand.
Ah, Karai, I see you brought some wildlife.
Zhang Fei Tong. Looks like a woman in a white business suit with sort of dragons on the side of it, wearing some sandals, followed by some really kind of creepy-looking cohorts that she has, some with weapons.
I had heard about the Fox Woman, but the Foot Clan is full of surprises. Your letter didn't say why you're coming, but I believe I know what brings you here. Please, join me for tea in my private office.
Fry then leaves with Zhang Fei Tong, walking away. Now, everybody's kind of standing around, Bebop and Rocksteady, looking at the 6 people, the guards, all wearing different sort of colored kimonos, looking at him.
This is a pretty sweet gig, huh, guys?
Says Bebop. They don't respond.
What? I guess you guys never seen mutants before. Yeah, you guys are probably shaking in your boots right now.
Bebop attempts some levity and he goes,
Nice pajamas, but what's that on your shirt?
And as he tries to boop him with his finger, he's now too powerful and smacks him backwards with a whack. Blood coming out of his mouth and he falls down.
That one never gets old. You just broke his nose. You're gonna pay for that, freak. You guys need to learn to take a joke.
As Rocksteady now uppercuts him and knocks him flying into a window, then out the window. Clearly they don't know their own strength.
Whoa, oh man. Hey fellas, don't go start no trouble, okay?
As they're clearly in trouble, surrounded by swords and now guns drawn on them.
Yeah, be professionals.
Back in the private office.
I know how this must be for you, Zhang. I see what you've built here. I see what you are proud of this gang. But pride clouds your judgment. The Foot Clan is a force that your gang can't contend with. If you disrespect the rule of the Shredder and fail to attend his upcoming ceremony, you and the Ghost Boys will be erased from the city.
Zhang looks on, stone-faced, and all of a sudden, an eerie smile.
Why, Karai, of course we will be attending. Your visit here threatening me, it was for nothing. I am looking forward to the ceremony.
Then all of a sudden we hear a boom, crash, 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 crash. As they look over, Karai first annoyed and then concerned.
What is this?
Says Zhang.
What have you done?
Says Karai.
Things got a little intense out here, but we've got it under control.
Looks like a smoking machine gun for both of them, and the room is absolutely demolished.
So you've brought your monsters here to destroy us in our own home? Chen, kill her now!
Oh, no, you don't!
As Chen then gets mauled by Rocksteady, who just drives him through the wall with his horn.
Zhang says, This is cowardly and underhanded even for the Foot, and the Shredder expects me to submit to him? Never!
Chang says, running away.
It's okay, I'm alright,
says Rocksteady.
Don't worry, boss, I got her.
As they both give chase to Chang, now being fired on by multiple members of the Ghost Boys, the lone foot soldier tries to deflect the bullets and protect Karai.
Yeah, leave this to us, boss.
This ends now,
says Karai. Now giving chase to Zhang Feng, we have Rocksteady and Bebop running down the hallways, as she's a lot faster than them.
It's like she's inhumanly fast. You know, we're the mutants, but she's freakishly fast, am I right?
says Bebop. I got an idea. We'll cut her off at the pass. As he plows through one of the walls, we see a floor plan now, and it looks like Rocksteady is just running through the walls to try to cut to her. Rocksteady, you're a genius. Fang looks and sees no one behind her. Then all of a sudden, in front of her, comes Rocksteady, who then passes in front of her. She produces a blade from her sleeve, and then slashes at Bebop. You missed her! She's right here, you bozo! The Ghost Boys will never bow to trash! First you ruin this meeting, now you insult the might of the Foot Clan? Says Bebop as she slashes him. Then all of a sudden, Rocksteady turns around and plows into Zhang Feng, knocking her away from Bebop, and knocking Bebop down in the process. He grabs Bebop. What are you doing? Your horn almost poked my eye out, you jerk! Who you calling a jerk, you gumball? I would have had her if you hadn't gotten my way, as she runs away again still. Now, they're all being shot in the back, and it looks like they're mostly bulletproof. We can see that the bullets aren't really doing much to Bebop, as they have made holes in the back of his vest, as a very sinister-looking Rocksteady smiles at him. That tickles, you little creeps. Zhang runs away and tries to get outside, and she's confronted by the police outside with guns drawn. Stop, police! We hear, this is the police! We have the building surrounded! Come out with your hands up! The cops! What should we do now, Bebop? Maybe we pretend to be a regular warthog and a rhinoceros. Just to let us go. All of a sudden we hear, what's that sound? Wait, how many walls did we break down? There was the first one, and then there was... Crash! The entire building just comes crashing down. The police are just engulfed in a big pile of dust as they're coughing and all that. Now, escaping Rocksteady and Bebop. Eat this, suckers! As they blast a couple bullets away as they run past. Rocksteady plowing through police cars, just knocking them over as he runs. Oh man, we screwed up, Bebop. Karai was in there. I think we just killed Karai. Now, at a train yard. The ghost guys started it. None of this would have happened if they hadn't started it. Also, these Chinatown buildings they made are just not so good. I think they're made in China. Bebop, Karai is dead, and we probably also killed whatever deal they were trying to make with the ghost guys. We screwed up again. You're right, Shredder's gonna kick us out of the gang, or sure, or worse. What could be worse than getting kicked out? He'll kill us, he says. Kill us? We're super strong. We could probably take him easy. We'll pound him into letting us work for him. Such logic. How about this? Let's just tell Shredder that Karai ran away or joined the Ghost Boys. Hey, that ain't a bad idea. She decided that the Ghost Boys was better fit for her or something. And all of a sudden, they get hit with throwing stars. Chink, 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 chink. Huh? And then a kick. A foot soldier kicks Rocksteady right the side of the face as they look and they're surrounded by foot soldier Nilda. You guys got it all wrong. Yeah, we was just doing our job. The Ghost Boys started the fight, and then Karai ran away. Yeah, she said nobody understands me and so on. As he just kind of shakes off those throwing stars on his hide. Silence! Karai! Thank goodness, we thought you were dead. Yeah, we thought we'd be in big trouble. You two have dishonored the Foot Clan and brought shame. I knew that you were stupid, but it's time to cut my losses. As the foot soldiers throw many chains around them, chaining them up. Goodbye, Rocksteady and Bebop. All of a sudden, a absolute dog piles on them of slashing and stabbing with swords and commas and spears and all kinds of things on Rocksteady. Just, they seem to be engulfed by it. Then, they fight back. Just like monsters, they kind of erupt from this as they both scream. Bebop getting stabbed multiple times, Rocksteady too, but their hides are just so tough that it's not really going through. All of a sudden, just like the fight where they had to be the last two standing, they're standing there, bloodied. Stabbed and just in terrible shape. And they're looking on and they go, You can't kick us out. I know we messed up, but we can do better. We ain't going back to being losers. Just don't kick us out. Even when the Foot attempts to kill you, you still wish to belong? Well, sure. The Foot Clan is the best there is. Plus, no one else will have us. We've been kicked out of literally every other gang. Karai looks on, then with a swift kick, puts some ammunition into Rocksteady's mouth. And then takes out her sword and pokes it into his mouth as he's on the ground, absolutely scared. Move and you're dead. Defeating foot soldiers is one thing, but to me, you are vulnerable idiots for whom I have no problem killing. With her sword in his mouth, we can see that he's sweating. Bebop looks on, not sure what to do. Violence, destruction. I see now that is all that you are good for today. I'm letting you live. but never forget your lives now belong to the foot. Rocksteady spits out the machine gun cartridge. Karai sheathes her blade. Sorry we ruined things with the ghost, guys, he says as he gets up. Zhang Fei Tong was an arrogant fool. She planned to make an attempt on the Shredder's life. The Ghost Boy's demise was inevitable. I think that means we're still in. Yeah, I hope the Shredder ain't as mean as her. Of course he ain't. You think you will become the king of New York by being a jerk? He says. Later that night, as they're listening to music. They're Rocksteady and Bebop. They're strong to the finish. And they don't just stop. They beat you with fists, a bat, and a knife. So don't try to stop them. Just run for your life. Get ready for Rocksteady and Bebop. As they say, making up a theme song in their crappy apartment. What a night. We gotta get our old punk band started up again. Well, why'd we come back here, huh, Rocksteady? This place is full of bad memories. It's like I've been happy to never see this dump again. Just to say goodbye. Hey, remember when we told you that we needed to be the new Rocksteady and Bebop? Well, just look at us now. Hey, I was so mad that night I punched a hole in the wall. I wanted to wreck this place even back then. Well, why don't we just finish the job? As they smash through the building, we can hear them. The end. And that's the end of the Micro-series, Bebop and Rocksteady. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 27. Story by Kevin Eastman, Bobby Curnow, and Tom Waltz. Script by Tom Waltz. Art by Mateus Santaluco. Colors by Rhonda Pattinson. Letters by Sean Lee. We start out where it looks like a warehouse building, and it says City Fall, Part 6. Outside we can see Woody's station wagon, which has Rupert's Pizza on top. It looks like Woody's in there with Michelangelo dressed up as a pizza chef. Okay, Mikester, we're here. Yet another dump I used to deliver to that now I avoid like the plague, says Woody. Looks rough, all right. I just hope that they don't have any mean dogs like the last one we went to. I never would have guessed that you could fit that many pit bulls and chihuahuas into one apartment. Oh, the stories I could tell you, amigo. Look, as much as I want to keep helping you look for clues about your brother, I gotta get back to the restaurant. Nah, it's cool. Would have been totally crazy luck if these fake deliveries led me to Leo. Heh, yeah, it's a righteous plan, my dude, but who knows, maybe this dump's the winner. Doesn't smell like a winner. Bleh, he says as he knocks on the door. What do you want? As the guy opens the door. Pizza guy, says Mikey, dressed as what looks like Chef Boyardee holding pizza. Pizza? We didn't order no. Wait, what the hell are you supposed to be? As the guy says, we can look in and see two guys playing cards inside. Oh, this is just a costume, man. You know, Mikey's Turtle Pizza, where you always get a shell of a deal. Mikey's Turtle Pizza? I never heard of it. No matter. Pizza's pizza. And seeing as we got no time to stop for chow before meeting with a foot meeting tonight, this works perfectly, specifically since this chump's gonna give it to us on the house, as he points a gun at him. Ain't that right, Turtle Boy? On the house? How about on the face? As he smashes the pizza into his face as the gun goes off, blam, beside him. Mikey now spinning his nunchucks. So you dudes got a big meeting to go to, huh? How's a guy score an invite? As he says. Now the guy's on the ground. Mikey's in charge. Now, to the headquarters of the Purple Dragons, we can see that Angel's there talking to her old crew. I don't care what Hun says, Malo. The Purple Dragons got no business working with the Foot Clan. They ain't nothing but crooks and killers, man, and we put that kind of bad news behind us a long time ago. Maybe, but all your talk about helping your mutant buddies ain't sounding good to us neither, Angel. No, it's not. Hun! Thought we already settled this, Angel. See the TMNT Micro-series, Hun. The dragons are done being bystanders. The Foot wants us, and that's all that matters. They're going down this whole city soon, and getting a piece of that action is way better than babysitting some green freaks. Anyone got a problem with that? Answers to me, he says. You know, I do got problems with the Foot, yeah, says Angel, as she holds her stick towards his face. But mostly with you. And sure you want to be doing that? 'Cause I let you off once, 'cause me and your old man go way back. But once is all you get, he says. She's not taking it lightly, and she's not going to back down. You might want to put them little twigs away before I do it for you, girl. You can try, but I ain't going to let you wreck the dragons. Yeah? Well, you're the only one I hear complaining. Maybe because I'm the only one who ain't afraid to. As she smacks him across the face, a little blood comes out. But he looks on, wipes it off his face with a smile. Heh, I almost felt that. Okay, you took your best shot. My turn. As he goes to attack her, we see one of the Foot Elite says, "Stop." Who the? The Foot Clan has taken control of the city. The Master is calling all clandestine elements of New York to a meeting tonight. A demonstration of power to show that there are none who can stand in his way. He has a shogun mask as he holds up an invitation to Hun. Hun opens it and reads it. Attendance is mandatory. Disregarding this invitation is tantamount to death. You either serve the Foot or you die. As he escapes back into the shadows, gone. You see this, dragons? What'd I tell you? The Shredder owns this city and now he wants us by his side. You're gonna ask one last time. Do you want to back Angel and those filthy stinking mutants of hers? Or do you want to get filthy stinking rich and powerful with the Hun? Yeah, Hun. They all start screaming Hun. You hearing what I'm hearing, Angel? Sounds like we're all in agreement. Or if you still want to fight about it. Nah, I'm done. The dragons are all yours. I don't want nothing to do with them anymore if these idiots want to follow a gorilla like you. They'll regret it. Probably too late, but they will. As she walks away. Yeah, we'll see who regrets what, girlie. Now, back to the old church. We see Donatello experimenting with some gear that he got from Harold. So it's easy to see how these might come in handy, right, Raph? Donnie, sometimes what's easy for you is like a gazillion million miles away for the rest of us. What do you mean? I mean, you're talking about using these gizmos to fight the Foot while I'm still trying to figure out how to turn these stupid things on, he says. April's in the background looking. They're not stupid, Raph. They're highly advanced and specialized tech. Harold's done a lot of work to improve them, especially with the battery life. And for your information, there's nothing complicated about operating them. April figured it out right away. Well, April's probably the one person I know who's even smarter than you, bro. You said it, Raph, not me. Whatever. It was your bright idea for all of us to do the best that we could, and this is the best that I could do. But be a Luddite ninja if that makes you happy. I'm going to do my fighting in the 21st century. Lud what? Guys! I know where Leo's going to be. I totally know. Mikey, what are you jabbering about? Yeah, and where'd you get that goofy hat? He comes in still dressed like the pizza chef. Woody was helping me do a fake pizza deliveries, and I ended up finding some whack dudes that knew about the massive bad guy meeting coming up. So after some convincing, I got them to tell me where it was and when it's going to be. They said all important Foot guys are all going. Shredder, Karai, Alopex, and Leonardo, says Splinter as he comes in and surprises them. You ought to be commended, my sons. You have bonded together in the face of adversity, and it appears your combined efforts have paid off. And now the time has come to call on our allies for the adversity to come, the battle to bring Leonardo home. So we see Leonardo resting on his mat. He's sleeping, dreaming, with a but he doesn't rest easily. He sees he's going back to the scene of where Shredder had him and his brothers killed in feudal Japan. He looks on at Shredder. Look there, Leonardo. Master Shredder? Look at those who will die with you this day, executed. The very clan you chose to dishonor with your base treachery. Treachery? But I didn't betray you, Wait, this isn't right. Something's changed. Now, as he sees them all killed. No! My son, hear me. No, Mother? In a flashback, we could see. Hear me, child, and see that this is no place for you. And now, traitor, time to die. Wait, Mother, I'm not. And with that, Leonardo is killed too. No place for you. Mother! He wakes up from his dream, sweating. Oh God, no. I heard your cry. Do your new duties haunt your dreams? Cry, looking snide, leans against the side of the door as she comes in to talk to him. I don't remember inviting you in here, Karai. That is because you did not. When I heard your shout, I thought you might be in danger, Junin. Yeah, I'll bet. So he puts on his outfit, first the breastplate, and then the black bandana. So, is everything ready for the Master's meeting? Of course, says Karai. All preparations necessary for success have been made. Now, we see Hob and Slash in the back of their truck, loading materials. Raphael and Michelangelo are helping them. Leaning up against April's van is her and Donatello, as Splinter looks on. All right, that's the last of them. And you say overkill, Fleabag? Hey, got your methods? I got mine, says Old Hob to Raphael. Well, your methods suck, just saying. Say it all you want. It ain't no fur off my back. In case you haven't figured it out yet, we ain't going to no tea party tonight, he says. He's got a machine gun strapped to his back. Raphael, tonight we can't afford to dismiss any ally, no matter how distasteful his methods. We were unable to choose the battle, but we can still choose to win.
Looks like the others are done loading. Almost time to go. Okay, I'm gonna text Casey real quick and just let him know I'm not coming by tonight. You know, April, you don't have to do this. I want to do this, Donnie. Leo needs us. All of us, just like Splinter said. I already told him that I'd stay in the van and far away. Well, from whatever happens. April O'Neil, professional getaway driver. Okay, ready to go. We could see that she texted Casey. It says, Case, helping Turtles found Leo. Be with you soon. XOXO April. Now, back to Alapex. Please excuse me, Kitsune. I have your tea. May I enter? Yes, Alapex, please do. Looks like Kitsune has been writing with a brush on some paper as she puts down the tea for her. I must say your Japanese is merely flawless. I am impressed. Thank you. I was taught both English and Japanese after my change. The master thought it would give him a tactical advantage. A wise decision by Orokosaki to be sure, says Kitsune. I also learned about you during that time, the great witch who helped lift Master Shredder up. It was exciting to hear those stories, especially the part about you being a fox. It always made me feel less different and less alone. And yet to be different is often to be alone, is it not? Says Kitsune. You speak English? But why haven't you before? Until now I chose not to. Know this, Alopex. We foxes must be both sly and cautious, for treachery lurks around every corner. We must always know when to watch and when to act, she says, looking at Alopex, who looks confused. Now, in Casey Jones' room. Yo, Jones! April, what the heck are you up to now? Look what I found. Whoa, Angel, where'd you find that old thing? She comes in with Casey's mask. Near the Scar Bray, where you and Raph got jumped. Been meaning to bring it by to see you, but things been crazy. Oh, I know. My old man showed up out of the blue and tried to give me a new mask. Dude was all dressed up, slick talking, like he's clean now. Bunch of bull like that. That ain't some bull, man. Your dad stopped hitting the booze and got himself crazy ripped somehow. And now he's calling himself Hun again. Hun? Yeah. He took over the dragons from me. Matter of fact, he's taking them all to a big meeting at Shredder's having tonight. Some kind of power trip, and I guess everyone in the city is in line, I guess. What? Come on, Angel. We're getting out of here. Casey, you ain't supposed to be up. What the hell you doing? Helping my friends. April texted me that something was up with Leo. This meeting must be it. I got a bad feeling, specifically my dad's in the mix. That chump can pound on me all he wants, but I'll never let him hurt my family. At Old Derelict Mall, we could see an abandoned theater. Then all of the gang members seem to be coming in for this meeting. An abandoned theater? What Shredder got in here for everyone? Sold out show from the looks of it. Goons outside the place. You aren't kidding. Toss a rock and you're bound to hit a psychotic stooge, Donatello says. Now, we see that they're unloading some stuff from the truck. Slash is handing something to Old Hob. Good thing I ain't planning on tossing no rocks, am I? Speaking of psychos. Well, only one thing left to do before showtime. Gear up. We see he's got the gauntlet from Harold on now. Now that's what I'm talking about, boys. Now, into the theater, we could see that there's some familiar faces in the audience here. Looks like the cast of Breaking Bad and The Sopranos in there with Hun, who is just absolutely loving every minute of this. Ladies and gentlemen, you were wise to accept my invitation. I am the Shredder, leader of the Foot Clan, and as of tonight, masters of you all. If this surprises you, it should not. Over the last few months, my Foot Ninja have taken control of the city, street by street, borough by borough, annihilating all who stood in my way. The only one group that remained was foolish enough to oppose my inevitable rule, the Savate, as he holds a sword towards Victor. You bastard. As you can see, their pathetic resistance too has been crushed. This vision of utter defeat should serve as a warning to any of who would dare defy me in the future. And yet, I feel additional emphasis is necessary when delivering such an important message. After all, mere words are a poor substitute. Kill you, he says. Hear me, my child, and see. Mother, says Leonardo as he hears her voice. As he looks down on the Shredder, he could see her ghost in the flame of the candle behind her, as the Shredder raises his sword for a killing stroke. Then finally, with a downward shwip, see that this is no place for you. No!
The time has come to save Leonardo.
Back to the team here, as we've got Hob all geared up with a bazooka.
We can wait no longer.
Music to my ears, rat.
And with a boom,
He shoots at one of the cars, making it explode with a ka-choom, and then throws a grenade as he heads in with a Slash right behind him.
Well, what are you waiting for? Have fun, big fella.
Now they yell out, "We're under attack!"
Damn straight you are.
As Hob is now still blasting more of the cars, making more explosions. Obviously, he's the diversion.
We must breach the building quickly, my sons,
Says Splinter. On it, says Donatello with his anti-grav gauntlet, lifting up one of the cars with a cuckoo. Now we can see that the Shredder is on stage after having killed Victor.
So we have an uninvited guest. Destroy them or meet Victor's same fate,
as he says, raising up his blade. Now all of the audience are looking on.
Let's go, boys! It appears that a further demonstration of my power is in order.
He looks on to the lifeless corpse of Victor. Leonardo, stunned. Mother?
Leonardo?
Shredder's actually taking pause.
What has possessed you?
It is as I told you, Master. Whenever death appears, your precious Chunin disappears. Then all of a sudden, the car smashes through the window with a crash. And then we have Splinter, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello with his anti-grav gauntlet.
Saki, I have returned for my son, and this time, I will not leave empty-handed.
As the Turtles enter the fray. Outside, we could see that Slash is really just going at it with a lamppost, and Hun comes outside, grabs a machine gun from someone.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. All of a sudden, we got attacked by some giant monster and some maniac taking pot shots.
Give me that. I'll show you how it's done. First, the sniper twerp. Grr.
As he attacks Hob, it looks like he shot him in the leg a little bit.
And then, the jumbo jerk.
He's knocking people down with that post. And all of a sudden,
I don't think so, Dad.
As we see Angel show up with Casey, and the bat knocks the gun out of his hands. Hun is clearly surprised and not happy. Back inside, Shredder versus Donatello.
You will die for this insolence.
Donatello, blocking his swipe with his bow staff, uses the gauntlet to throw back Alopex and Shredder at the same time with an oof.
Leonardo, you fool, kill them.
Yes, Master, says Leonardo, gaining his senses back. Oh, crud. Leo, stop! We don't want to hurt you! So he throws him back with the gauntlet into two other foot soldiers, now unleashing his blades. No, well, I want to hurt you.
No!
Raph tackles him.
You don't! Trust me on that.
Raph?
Yeah, bro.
No! As he throws him off. No, this is all wrong! All wrong, says Leo.
Yes, we must remove him from this place now, my sons.
Something's happening to Leo, guys. All wrong. He's on the ground. The Turtles now surrounding him with Splinter as they take out all the foot soldiers.
I got Leo. You guys make a hole,
as Raph grabs him. Mother, all wrong, says Leo. No problem, says Donatello.
They are escaping. Where the devil is Karai,
says Shredder, holding up an unconscious Alopex. I am here, grandfather, as she shoots an arrow directly into the gauntlet with Donatello. Okay, this is a problem, and tonight belongs to the foot.
Yeah, what she said.
Rocksteady and Bebop appear right behind her in the hole where they entered. Now, with a punch, knocking out Raphael into the wall, and a kick that knocks Michelangelo back into a sofa, and then Donatello being hit so that he falls off the stage. And that's the end of issue number 27. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 28. Story by Kevin Eastman, Bobby Curnow, and Tom Waltz. Script by Tom Waltz. Art by Mateus Santaluco. Colors by Rhonda Pattinson and Ian Hearing. Letters by Sean Lee. The wham! Raphael gets kicked into the wall with a crash. Michelangelo gets kicked back into the theater seats. Then with a chunk, Donatello falls off the stage after being hit. And a flap, Master Splinter thrown back into some wood.
Oh, check 'em out. They look so sad, Rocksteady, says Bebop. Yeah, almost like these chumps ain't too happy to see us, huh, Bebop?
It says City Fall, Part 7, on the weapons that they're carrying. Bebop has a chainsaw. Rocksteady has a sledgehammer. Now, back outside, Angel and Casey confronting Hun, while in the background, looks like the Foot Clan members who are attacking Slash are not doing so well.
That ain't any way to greet your old man. Pointing a bat at me like you was about to bust my skull open. I ain't gonna lie to you, Casey. That hurts.
Shut up, Dad. I don't want to hear it. I put up with your crap for years. Hurt you? Don't even know what hurt means.
You're dead wrong, kid.
I know, all kinds of damned hurt. So much I tried for years to grind it all down. But that all I did was make more hurt for me, for your mom, and yeah, for you. I know I hurt you, Case. And I'm sorry. I can't change that. But what's done is done. But now, I gotta do what it takes to make things better. No more boozing, no more feeling sorry for myself. Only respect and power. Come on, Casey. Be smart here. It can be all ours, yours and mine, the Jones boys, a family again. Casey lifts up his mask.
Yeah, well, here's a news flash for you, old man. I ain't never been much for smarts, and now I can see I got myself a new family.
As with a bat, he hits him upside the face and knocks his dad down on the ground, unsuspectingly.
Gah! That's my boy. Just like I taught you. Hit fast and hit hard. No little girl's toothpicks for you. Huh. You know, Casey, your mouth is saying you got a new family, but your fight's telling me that you're chip off the old Jones block. No doubt about it.
As now Angel stands off with him as well, waiting for her shot. Back in the theater.
Karai, who?
As the Shredder asks Karai, looking on, kind of puzzled, as the Turtles are fighting Rocksteady and Bebop in the seats of the theater.
Mutants, grandfather. Hybrids of my making. Culled from within our ranks and desired to serve the Foot loyally and willingly.
Leonardo, traumatized.
Mother?
Yo, Rock, these dudes are hard candy shells. Let's crack them open and see what kind of goodies are inside.
Uh-oh, says Mikey, as he dives out of the way. There's a smash, goes through the theater chairs.
Ha! He swings and he misses.
He throws Raphael back into Donatello with a oof.
No way, totally a foul tip, he says.
My sons, we must get Leonardo,
says Splinter, as the chainsaw cuts through Donatello's bow staff as he tried to block it.
Whoa! Wish somebody'd tell these two ugly creeps.
As he kicks Donatello back, Bebop says,
Who's he calling ugly? Tell me about it. These green twerps seen themselves?
I got him,
says Michelangelo as he has his nunchucks wrapped around his thick neck.
Or not,
as he just throws him away.
I mean, I thought the rats in our old apartment were nasty, but this guy, yuck. Do you think he's got rabies, do you?
Probably, as they look on at Raph and Splinter. Bebop, swinging errantly, catches his chainsaw on the wall with a
just don't get any of his blood on you. Ain't the turtle dork we rumbled with before, Bobster?
As they're talking about the Raphael Micro-series.
Yeah, that's him from the time with Alupex. Thought so. Guess he figured he could take us again, huh?
Now getting hit at the same time, Raphael and Master Splinter go back flying after being hit by Rocksteady with his sledgehammer. Kitsune looks on as Alopex looks up at just what's going on.
Except now he's dangling with super badass mutants. Yup, sucks to be him.
As he takes the sai out of his arm that was stabbed into it and throws it down at his feet.
Buffoons, stop toying with this scum and finish them, says Karai.
Oh man, we was just starting to get some fun, says Rocksteady. I heard you, pal, but Karai signs her paychecks, and she says it's killing time.
Wait, we get paychecks?
Last call, fellas. Didn't expect no kick-butt super-secret weapons to cash the party, did ya?
Then all of a sudden, with a crash, the wall comes down. Invisible April, with the other gauntlet, comes through. Good thing we have a secret weapon of our own. April, what the heck are you doing? Thought maybe you could use some help beta testing Harold's gear. Seems to work great, huh?
Yeah, it does.
He saves him.
Raphael, quickly,
Splinter says to Raph.
Coming.
Shredder, now holding up Leonardo by his bandana.
Tune in. Look around you. Our enemy thrives at your hesitation. True strength comes from the will to strike quickly and without mercy. Have you learned nothing?
Where is Mother?
He smacks him.
Recover your wits, damn you. Now rise and become the warrior you are meant to be,
as he holds him up.
You do not touch my son, devil, ever,
says Splinter, coming to attack the Shredder and get him away from Leonardo with Raph behind him. Back to the streets with Hun versus Casey.
So this is what it's come to, huh? Makes you feel better hitting me, don't it? It's okay, I get it. I'm stronger now. Better you're gonna have to up your game.
Yeah, then how about this?
As he hits him in the side of the arm, shattering his bat.
Nope, that ain't gonna do it neither.
You dumb goon. You don't know who you're working for.
All I know is the Foot's the best thing that could have happened to me. Brought me out of hell, gave me a second chance to be a good dad to you. And I'm gonna make it.
Understand that, son? One way or another. Then all of a sudden, he gets hit in the back of the knee by those 2 sticks that Angel has. Bastard!
Big mistake, girl.
As he grabs her by the neck and throws her down on the ground, knocking her unconscious after she hits the street.
You be a good little kitty and stay down.
We see Hob. He did get shot in the leg by Hun.
All right, payback time.
As he gets up.
Stinking humans. Shooting at me all the damn time. That rat and his green brats need to hurry the hell up. We'll continue our heart-to-heart in just a sec, Case. Gotta take care of this nuisance first.
As he picks up the shattered portion of the wooden bat and he's about to stab Angel as he holds her down. No! All of a sudden, a shot from Hob takes him out as he gets hit in the shoulder and then hit from behind by Casey.
Oof! Damn it, Casey. You're bleeding like a stuck pig. Knock this crap off.
No, he says as Hun picks him up.
Don't be stupid, kid. I'm still on your side. Dad, you were never on my side.
Whoa! As he gets picked up from behind by Slash, who's almost as big as him, just throws him and then hits him in the air with a wham.
But apparently you are,
he says to Slash.
Bad Dragon Man.
Yo, Angel, you okay?
Yeah, good to go. But man, your stitches are broke, and I told you not to leave the hospital, you big dummy.
Yeah, well, totally worth it. We see Hun knocked out on top of a car, which he dented as he hit it. He smashed the windshield. He goes,
You will harm my family no further, demon,
says Splinter as he now attacks Shredder, fighting him off with his staff.
Your terror ends tonight, Saki. No, Yoshi. Tonight my rule begins.
Master? Master Shredder!
Leo comes to it, unleashing his blades. As he comes out, Raphael, expecting this,
not so fast, bro,
trips him, knocks him down, and holds his side to his throat.
You and me gotta chew the fat first.
Now, Rocksteady and Bebop, just coming to their senses. We see Karai and Michelangelo on the side.
Rock, I think this place is haunted by a really mad ghost. Why's he mad at us?
I look like some sort of ghost expert to you, he says.
Idiots, on your feet,
says Karai.
Oh, crud, the Psycho Safari twins are getting up. What do we do now, Donnie?
As he attacks Karai with his nunchucks, she blocks it with a clack.
How much juice you got left in your gear, April? Dunno, maybe 5 minutes worth at best? Well, I guess then we better make the most of those 5 minutes,
as they point it towards Rocksteady and Bebop.
And pray Father and Raph do the same.
Fool, you will die for that, says Leonardo. See, now I'm gonna have to ask you to change your tone, man. You sound just like that chump Shredder right now. We both know that really ain't your thing, bro. You know nothing about me. Nah, actually I know a lot. Rah!
As he slashes at him.
I know the only thing you like more than training is getting ready for training. Yeah!
And as he makes a kick, Raph jumps out of the way.
I know you secretly named your swords Masami and Kazumushi. Yeah!
As he blocks one of his short swords with his sai.
I know you avoid playing video games with Mikey because you hate getting beat by him every time. And I especially know that if you were really yourself right now, I'd never be able to do this.
He disarms him with the sword, hits him on the back of the arm so that he drops it with a what?
And I know I ain't gonna fight you no more.
As he throws his sai into the ground with a shunk, it sits there in front of him.
You're feeling lost and alone. I get it. But we're your family. We want to take you home. And you're gonna come because deep down you know this is no place for you.
As he looks over and he can see the ghost of his mother. Mother?
Look, Yoshi. Watch as your momentary advantage quickly slips away.
As he holds him into sort of an anaconda choke, the Shredder, fighting against Splinter, makes him watch on as Raphael confronts Leonardo. And then Rocksteady punches through a wall. Mikey fights Karai, Donatello evades, and April's trying to figure out what she can do to stop Bebop.
We were clan brothers once. I, your clan leader, but you defiled my will and betrayed my trust, and in doing so dishonored the foot.
Oof! And kicks him on the back of the knee. Then with a slash down, hits his ankle with his blade.
The foot was your family, Yoshi. Before Tang Shen and before these abominations you may call your children. Gah! And I will never forgive you for forsaking us.
As he holds him by his head and then has his blades to his throat. Then all of a sudden, attacked from above, Alapex comes down with a
"You!"
as she takes him off of him.
How dare you speak of family? You don't know anything about family, only how to kill and destroy.
As she slashes at him. You are a monster! We can see allusion to the bear fighting the Arctic fox that she was comparing him to. I trusted you! All of a sudden, with a yarp, she gets shot right in the side with a arrow from Karai. Traitorous cur! Raph? Raph, is that you? Yeah, bro, it's me, says Raph. But I thought you were dead. We're all gonna be dead if we don't get going. Now's our chance, guys. Mikey? Donnie? Hey, big brother! How? As he goes down to the ground on his hands, just trying to get his faculties to him. Guys, that's it for the battery, says April as she's taking out Bebop and Rocksteady with the gauntlet. Oh man, Father, your leg! Father, lean on me.
It is badly broken, my son.
All of a sudden with a grrrr, Slash busts through the wall with a crash. Time to go, guys, says Casey, holding his bloody chest. Hurry, says Angel. Slash, love that move, big guy. Just in time to help with Father. I got Leo, says Raph. Come on, April, says Donatello. About stinking time. Me and Slash had things cleaned up out here by the way before now.
Just remove us from this place quickly, Old Hob.
Yeah, keep your undies on. All of a sudden they're being pursued by Rocksteady and Bebop busting through that hole. Not so fast, dweebs. We ain't done yet. Gun it, Hob, as they take off in his truck. Yous guys ain't getting away so easy. Yep, we are. As very nonchalantly, Hob unleashes a grenade and throws it back at the two of them, knocking them out. Oh, after it explodes. I think I broke my spleen. We still gonna get a paycheck? Hun now standing over the two of them who have been hit with the grenade on the ground. Later, in the throne room, we see the Shredder sitting on his purple throne with 4 bags of cash. Here it is, a tribute to you, Shredder, as you requested. We hope we can put the Sabate fiasco behind us and move forward in a more cooperative fashion. Excellent. In time, I'm confident you will find this to be a mutually beneficial arrangement for all involved, Antonio. You are dismissed. They all bow towards him. Karai in the background. Karai, I would speak with you now. Master, there are no signs of the Turtles or Alapex. We will continue to... Silence. You have created mutants without my knowledge. You have acted independently of my will and disobeyed my authority. This gross insubordination is punishable by death. Do you deny it? I do not. But for all I did in the name of the Foot. Everything I do to honor the clan. I accept my fate. Very well, as he unsheathes his blade. Rise, Chonin. Master? These past months I sought to wrest control of the city from the pathetic vermin that squandered the power they held. Leonardo served as a psychological weapon in my war, a reminder of the power I hold over man and mutant. I had also hoped to use him to finally rid this world of Hamato Yoshi, although I have failed in this. The damage I have done to Yoshi's family will remain. But these were not the only reasons I made Leonardo my Chunin. I also did it to test you, Karai. I needed to know if you were truly worthy of being my second in command, of ruling this city in my stead while I focused my energies elsewhere. Me? You remained loyal through the many difficult trials, displaying cunning, tenacity, and patience at every turn. I sought the very best in you, and you did not disappoint. There is something important for you to understand, Karai. Many think of family as a birthright. It is not. Family is something to be earned. That is why the Foot will always be stronger than its enemies. She looks on now, walking into where Kitsune was pruning her orchids. Our family, our bond that runs deeper than blood. It is forged in pain, sacrifice, and combat. Once tested, it is unbreakable. Now, as they reach their rendezvous point where April's van was, Hob taking out everybody. They have Leonardo who's taking off all of his garb. That's why we are destined to rule all. Now at the rendezvous point, they run across April's van. Hob lets everybody out of the truck. They're checking on Casey's bandage, Master Splinter, and Leonardo takes off his garb. Hope it was worth it. That lost puppy of yours don't look so good, and now you're all going to be on the Shredhead's most wanted list. Leo's going to be fine, Hob. We won't be sticking around anyway. I know exactly a place where we can go.
And we must leave now. Saki will be searching for us.
You sure you don't want to come with us, Angel?
Nah, thanks, man. My dad needs me here. I'll be okay, as they say goodbye to Angel.
My son, I am so happy that...
Don't touch me, says Leonardo. He gets out of the car, takes off his black bandana.
Leo?
We hear Shredder say,
The entire world lies before us.
Leonardo takes off his bandana, hands it to Slash, who then puts it on, gets back in there.
And there is nowhere that is safe for our enemies to hide.
Next issue, Northampton. And that's the end of issue 28.
It's pizza time.
And now, in a segment that we call Pizza Time, where we discuss any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or pizza-related food, I give you Pizza Time.
And now, for your pizza of the day, roasted butternut squash pizza with Gruyere and rosemary. Makes one 12-inch pizza. 1 ball Neapolitan pizza dough. All-purpose flour for dusting. 2 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil. 1 garlic clove, peeled. 1 small sprig of fresh rosemary. 1/4 teaspoon crushed red pepper flakes. Semolina flour, rice flour, or all-purpose flour for the pizza peel. 2 tablespoons of creme fraiche at room temperature. 1 cup roasted butternut squash. 3 ounces Gruyere cheese grated. Flaky sea salt. Prepare the dough by transferring the dough from its storage container to a roomier, light floured covered container. Allow to prove at room temperature for 1.5 hours. Place the olive oil in a small skillet. Finely mince the garlic or use a microplane to grate the garlic directly onto the olive oil. Add the rosemary and the pepper flakes. Set the skillet over medium heat. As soon as the garlic, pepper flakes, and rosemary begin to sizzle, remove from the pan from heat. Prepare the oven and the pizza peel. About 1 hour before you want to bake the pizza, place the baking pizza peel on the top third oven rack and place it at 550 degrees Fahrenheit, convection roast, or as high as it will go. Dust the pizza peel lightly with semolina flour on top of parchment paper. Stretch the dough. Lightly dust a work surface using flour. Lightly flour your hands. Place the dough gently to flatten it. Stretch it from a 10 to 11 inch round, laying it on the back of your hands and gently rotating it, taking care not to depress the beautiful air pockets in the dough. The dough begins resting. Set it down on the work surface to rest for 5 to 10 minutes. Then, continue stretching. Transfer the stretched dough to the prepared peel and shake to ensure it's not sticking. Top the pizza. Spread the creme fraiche evenly over the dough, leaving a 1/2 inch border. Arrange the roasted squash slices over the top single layer. Brush half the rosemary, garlic, oil over the squash slices. Scatter the Gruyere evenly over the top. Season with a flaky sea salt. Stretch the dough one last time by pulling outward on the edges. Redistribute the toppings as needed. Then, give the peel one last shake to ensure the dough is not sticking. Bake the pizza. Shimmy the pizza into the oven on the steel pizza peel until the cheese is melted and the edges begin to char, about 5 to 6 minutes. It may take 8 to 10 minutes depending on your oven. Using the pizza peel, transfer it to the cutting board. Discard the parchment paper. Transfer the remaining rosemary garlic oil to a small bowl and serve on the side. Cut and serve. And that's your pizza for today. Roasted butternut squash pizza with Gruyere and rosemary.
Cowabunga, dudes!
Thank you for listening to the Epic Tales from the Sewers podcast. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. This podcast has no affiliation with Eastman, Laird, Mirage Studios, IDW Studios, Archie Comics, or Nickelodeon Studios. This podcast is a member of the Dorkening Podcast Network. Check out thedorkening.com for other podcasts. Epic Tales from the Sewers is recorded by Justin Cooper and Eric Will.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Greetings and shabebans. We are the Retro Reductibus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Reductibus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Dorking Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brig.
You can listen to Retro Reductibus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
It took me 10 years to make the perfect man cave.
And then we took it over, and we made it into the multiversal chamber.
Then I started my own podcast.
And we took that over too. And we're the co-hosts, the Multiverse Kids.
Yeah, and I'm the dad, the geeky dad. And every week, we what?
We review the movies, shows, and books, games, and toys.
Yeah, and sometimes we even have a special guest. So, join us every week on the Geeky Dad Podcast.
Hello, intrepid listeners. This is the Generation Playlist Podcast, a podcast about music where we are your guides through a particular group or artist.
We talk about the music, and then we make a customized playlist to share with you, our listeners. And you can check us out wherever you listen to podcasts and find our playlists on Spotify.